What's going on, people? Welcome to John Sinclair TV here outside Shibuya, and which is outside in the city in Tokyo. And I'm going to come to Lee. We're going to talk about our times in Tokyo. I hope you're well, mate. How you doing?
Aye, good. Enjoying my last few days here in Tokyo. It's been a fantastic week, and I finally got the chance to come up here because I've been dying to see this place all week.
Fantastic stuff, fantastic stuff. Look at the city. Look at it. It's all there. It's picturesque, there's lights, there's glitz and everything around this place, Lee. And you know what, right? I mean, 22 million population here, right? It's a gigantic city, biggest in the world.
It is. I mean, this is like Times Square a little bit, and I've been there a few times. So it's like a mini version of it, where people come together, a lot of tourism and all that. As I say, it is a massive city getting around the place. I mean, I'm down by the airport, the hotel, and it takes 2 hours or an hour and a half to get to most places. So, it's a very, very busy city, and it's massive in terms of travelling, but loved my time out here.
Absolutely. I mean, in my experience of the city, Tokyo, I didn't know what to expect. I know it's going to be huge. I know it's going to be busy. It's going to be like a rat race as well. I think, oh God, it's going to be like London. It's going to be even worse. But since I arrived there, it's now like it at all. I think it's relaxing. It's cool. People just strolling. They're calm. No stress. If it's like London, I tell you something now, it'd be like Formula 1.
I think London can learn a lot from Tokyo. In terms of, you mentioned the calmness. Even though sometimes the city might feel like it's 100 miles per hour, the people aren't. They're very calm and relaxed. They have respect for each other in terms of public transport. They have all the phones on silent, music's on the earphones and stuff like that. They'll help you in terms of if you're lost. I've got lost loads of times. They're very polite as well. They have a massive respect. Whereas if you compare that to London, I hate London. I'm not a big fan of it. It's like the city's on steroids. It's like go, and they've got no. I mean, you've got to put your head down when you walk into London. Whereas here, you can walk with your head up, and you don't have to worry about getting robbed or getting attacked or anything like that, because it's very, very safe for solo travellers.
Yeah, facts, absolute facts, and you just said that London can learn a lot from this as well. And I want to talk about the culture itself, right? I mean, the food, the cuisine, the locality as well. I mean, we want to talk about, first of all, about the people. Very, very friendly. You ask them for directions, not only to point it out, they walk with you. It was 15 minutes, 20 minutes, they point to the right direction and be quite happy walking back themselves.
I've just said that before, with the people, they're very, very, very friendly, aren't they? So, and they'll go out the way and help you, and I think that's just the way the nature of the Japanese are. They're just brought up like that, treat people with respect, but also a lot of the culture and the historical is Buddhist as well. So they have, it's like karma. If they help someone out, they believe something good will happen to them. So you can see why that heavily influences a lot of people, and they're a massive credit to the nation, and not just the nation, the whole world. Absolutely fantastic people.
Absolute facts. Again, I want to talk about all about Tokyo. We want to talk about the train station or the metro. For me, I think they got it so spot on. The only concern is, right, I mean, going back to that, I mean, the times are right, they arrive on time. But at the end of the day, I think the walking distance well to the next line, you might think differently. But at the end of the day, I mean, they got it so spot on again.
I think there's a metro station within 15 minutes of almost everywhere you go, more or less. So, and I'll probably pick the one that is the 15 minutes down in my hotel.
Yeah.
But as I say, the trains run frequently. I think there might be a myth. I might be wrong on this, but I'm sure that they get fined if they're late. But they're all on time. There's a train literally every 3-4 minutes constantly. It's not like our metro system back in Newcastle or down in London where they're late. And it's always like smooth running. Don't get me wrong, the big stations are like a jungle. It's very, very difficult because sometimes they'll have 8 to 10 tracks, and like, where am I going here? Pointing downstairs, upstairs, left, right, and but it's part of fun in the games. I love going to a city, and I always get lost. I always do.
Yeah, and I'll get that as well. The first time I was a culture shock for me, I'm not going to lie, because I do think, hang on a minute, where do I go from here? I'm on the wrong line, it's not going this way, it's not going that way. But we have to look at our Google Maps as well to find out where it's going to be. Google Maps helps a lot, which is absolutely fantastic.
You need battery packs, because if you're using Google Maps, it drains your battery like that.
100%. So go and order it on Amazon, 20 quid back home. So do consider buying battery packs as well. That's the most important thing. I want to talk about the local food here. Yeah, I mean, like noodles, the local cuisines as well. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. Have you tried any of the local cuisines at all, Lee, or did you enjoy it, or you know what?
Not as much, because the way I am vegetarian, I'm quite limited. I have tried the noodles at my hotel, a couple of breakfasts. They're okay, but I don't find they're very filling. What they do. They eat very well here. It's very rare you see an overweight Japanese person. Because if you look around, everybody's thin because they eat healthy as well.
Yep.
Which again, in the UK, we binge a lot of crap basically. So I've had some of their local supermarket food to go, and they do simple things where they'll have bread and butter already made for you with jam inside already, so you don't need to buy the jam separately, and they already have the cheese already made for you inside sandwiches. So that's little things that we don't do. I've obviously gone to a couple of British pubs, of course. Okay. Had some British food.
Yeah.
And the beer's quite cheap, to be fair. I mean, the beer's only about 4 quid.
Yeah.
So it's all right. Everything's quite priced, really, really priced as well. Like we talked about the food there, the food is quite well priced. The trains are really well priced as well. I mean, this is back in England. The amount of trains that I've got to get here, it's probably cost me 10, 15 quid. Yeah, it only cost me about 3 or 4 quid.
Yeah, absolutely right. The thing is though, I mean, Tokyo, they want to give the locals value for money, but back home they don't give us value for money. All they want is money, money, money all the time. And that's why the cost of living is absolutely shocking back at home. But here, they just don't seem to care. So they go out and enjoy themselves, buy the stuff, clothes, food, the lot.
Yeah, you might want to move over a little bit, John. Don't know if you're in shot. What was the question? Sorry, I got distracted.
So yeah, sure, that's fine. I was just saying that I mean, the cost of living back home in UK, you just mentioned we pay 10, 15 quid here, is 3 or 4 quid.
It's a lot cheaper here. It's a lot cheaper because of the yen versus the pound. And obviously we talked about the tune kits as well. You can get yourself a Newcastle Pro kit for about 65 quid. Back in the UK, that's 120 quid because they're tax free and all that. So it's a lot cheaper out here. I don't know what the wages are like. I couldn't really comment. I don't know if the wages are about the same in the UK or it's less. I don't really know, but you get your value out with money out here, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely right. I mean, look, at the end of the day, right, I mean, it'd be interesting to see how much you get a year. I mean, I have to find out sort of thing, how much do you get a yearly wage in Tokyo. It's got to be a lot of money here, but I think the taxes might be a bit high. We don't know that, I don't know that, but we need to find out on that one as well. I want to talk about the people that we met here, like Leslie Hutchinson, Adam Pearson, and you got Claire and Chris, they're both Australians as well, and all the other people as well, sort of thing, and they've been fantastic.
Well, we know obviously Adam. Leslie, I didn't even know that she went to that many away games like I do. I was like, what? How come I've never bumped into you? So, yeah, and obviously you mentioned the Australians and obviously the ones that from Melbourne were out there. Yep. They came up and obviously seen me for the second time in 2 months. I've seen them all week, having a bit of banter with them. Had a bit of banter with the Geordies. Obviously the Japanese supporters as well have been absolutely fantastic. The passion for Newcastle United is quite unbelievable, so they were a huge credit to the football club, and some nice scenes with Ben as well, with War Flags, so shout out to Ben. I've seen Ben about 7 times this week. A little running joke that we've got as well, so he's a big supporter of NUFC women, him and his dad, so shout out to those two. But yeah, it's been a fantastic week just mingling, and as I say, if you're a solo traveller like me and John are, do it, you won't regret it.
Yeah, absolutely right. I mean, we'll talk about the Japanese fans as well, not just Japanese NUFC fans. We've got fans from South Korea, Vietnam, Australia, Hong Kong as well. I mean, we have got a fantastic fan base down in the Far East, and you know, they might not have heard of Newcastle United, but by these couple of days, they have, and the way our fans are delivered, acted professionally. These football fans on ESG is going to know a lot more about Newcastle United. I mean, those fans are legends. We love them, and you know what? They're going to remember us, Lee.
Yeah, I was getting put off, sorry, because there's some stuff happening. It's mad up here.
Right.
Yeah, the Japanese, massive credit, as I mentioned already, the pure passion that they've got for Newcastle. And I even seen one of them really upset after the game because you'll not see Newcastle for such a long time. He was visibly crying. For the passion and love that he's got for Newcastle. So it goes to show you that yes, I might live 5 miles away from the stadium, but somebody 4, 5, 6,000 miles away has just the amount of same passion as me. Just the only difference is they can't get to many games. They've been a massive credit. Newcastle United have as well. They've got things so much right this week, even having simple things like a shop to buy merch. Hey, I mean, that wasn't in place the last few pre-season, post-season events. So the club have put loads of events on, giving fans unlimited booze, surprises with the footballers. It's been a great week, John. It's been brilliant.
And for me, it's the best week of the whole time of my career, being in Tokyo, watching Newcastle United. And we look at the activities we've done, all the shows we've done, the Q&A yesterday, the beer garden, we've done the crowd karaoke as well. I mean, the one winter crowd karaoke, we didn't expect. And the under 15s as well, we're going to go absolutely mad. But at the end of the day, right, there's lots we've done, right? But if we look at the crowd karaoke, gosh, we didn't expect those 4 players to come through the door, Tonali or Gillespie and Longstaff. We did not expect them at all, and just to get close to them, it's just like beating United 5-0.
It was probably my highlight. Don't get me wrong, the unlimited booze and that, and the beer garden, seeing that was great. But to be surprised by that was absolutely fantastic. And you've got to remember, Peter Silverstone and Darren Eales has been at all the events as well. So, but that was the highlight for me. The 4 players coming out surprising us. We were like, whoa! And it wasn't just like your mediocre under 21 players or your squad players or people who don't get a game. It was Tonali, it was Hall, it was one of your own, Sean Longstaff. So it was great, brilliant, loved it.
Wow, I tell you what, seeing Tonali for the first time in the flesh, I tell you what, Lee, he was fantastic and he looked well, and he's the one who's going to make a difference next season. And I've got to say a big shout out to Julie as well for the Dubai NUFC international group as well. And I spoke to her a couple of times. She's absolutely fantastic, and she even said to come to Dubai if you've got an away game. And we also as well want to talk about other activities. So you've been to the tower as well. I haven't done it yet. Have you done Disney World yet? Have you done Disney World?
No, I've done the 2 big massive temples out here. I loved the forest one, that was brilliant. I've done obviously the electronic museums, the labs today, that was brilliant. I've been up the tower, I've done a lot of walking, my feet have been stinging. I've been out 10 to 12 hours per day, and I'm just chilling tonight. As I say, we're going to go for somebody eating that, just to chill out for a couple of hours, but it's been a brilliant week, man.
Fantastic. And what I've got to ask you this question, the one question, what is the highlight of your time being in Tokyo?
Do you know what it is? Mingling with the fans. That's it for me. I've met so many new people this week,
Yeah.
Meeting loads of new people, and I'll see them now at home and away games, or the next time they come over, they'll message us and do you want to meet up and have a pint and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, and I'm going to keep an eye out for Leslie as well, because she goes to all away games.
Yeah.
And she goes, I mean, she's mad. She goes to Serbia and places like this to watch games. Mental. So loads of memories from meeting up with fans, and great to see the Australian lot once more, as I seen them 2 months ago.
Yeah, absolutely right. Well said, Lee. Well said. And for me, my highlight of the moment is mingling with the Japanese fans as well. It's been fantastic. And being to Hilton Hotel, and all them dived on us, jumped on us as well, and which is amazing. The players come out of the coach as well. That's been a highlight as well. Seeing the 4 lads as well in the crowd karaoke, highlights as well. Oh, Lee, it's just absolutely brilliant as well. And seeing Big Shola Amiobi as well.
Yeah, Shola must be the sickest sight to her, as I've mentioned that on my channel. Yeah, obviously you met Eddie Howe and all that, and the Japanese fans, so we've both got different memories, but for great reasons.
Yeah, totally agree. And we need to see more of this next year, the year after as well. I love these Far East trips as well. I hope it happens again next year, but I think it'll be a different place next year. We've done America last year, Far East this year. I wonder what we've got in store for next year.
I don't know. Europe maybe again. We've done quite a few. We've done Saudi, we've done the US, we've done Australia a couple of months ago, we've done here. It's all about making money, growing the fan base. That's what the club will look at.
Fantastic. So, Lee, thank you so much for coming on as well. Before I let you go, give us a shout out on your socials, please.
Everywhere, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, NewcastleFansTV.
Fantastic. And also check out on Lee at NFTV on social media as well. And thanks so much for watching us on John Sinclair TV. And if you like the video, like what you watch, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. And we're going to be heading off. Lee's heading off tomorrow. I'm heading off on Tuesday. Do check it out. Do check out other contents I've done as well, from the Disney, the zoo, and more contents on the way. Like, subscribe, and as always, away the lads.